of coffee, but had been doing some reading and came across some, I don't know, things that really spoke to me in this time. So Gratitude Friday is going to have a bit of a theme, which is Dance with Life, sub-theme, do something to change your energy. So as we may or may not know, life is always moving. And if you resist that movement, your energy tends to become stagnant. The world has a natural rhythmic beat that governs all life. And one of the best ways to shift your energy, frequency, and vibration is to put some music on and dance along with it. When we dance unrestrained, our spirit takes over. And with each new bop, sway, and kick, we are rocked back into harmony with the rest of life. So I just thought that was pretty appropriate. It's kind of funny to think about. I mean, maybe not so much today because there is a lot more movement going on outside with the sunshine, but important to remind ourselves how we can change our vibrational energies, our vibrational patterns with a little bit of movement and a smile. So thanks for tuning in today. We're going to begin class in comfortable rest position, which is lying on your back, knees bent, feet planted firmly on the ground, but out wide as you let your knees fall in together towards the midline of the body. Start to connect with your breath as you feel the ground and the earth beneath you. Really hone in on that energy of the room around you, of the world around you. And the more you become centered, the more you become grounded. Begin to isolate your concentration on your breath. Start to constrict your breathing, building some heat and some energy within. Closing off your mouth. Breathing in and out through your nose. Creating that audible sound at the back of your throat with each inhale and exhale. With your next breath, start to walk your feet slightly in so they're about shoulder width apart. Stack the knees over your ankles. Bring your heels in as close to your butt as you can. Start to activate your core and your pelvic floor. Pin that belly button down through your stomach towards the earth. Staying engaged there with your next inhale, bring your right knee into your chest. As you exhale, extend that right heel up towards the sky. Your next breath, place your fingertips behind your right knee or your hamstring. As you exhale, pull gently on that right leg, extending the opening of your right hamstring. Point those right toes back down towards your nose, towards your right knee. As you stretch that right heel up towards the sky. Remember to keep those shoulder blades pinned down your back and away from your ears. Taking a gentle tuck in your chin to elongate your spine. Your next inhale, take a bend in that right knee, bringing your right ankle to the top of your left knee, opening up your right hip as you press that right knee away from your body. Maintain that engagement in your right toes, pointing your right toes up towards your knee. Your next inhale, reaching through to thread the needle as you lift that left knee up, pulling the left knee towards your chest as you press the right knee away. opening up for a figure four. Option to rock gently from side to side, creating a little bit of motion, a little bit of energy. Your next inhale, gently place that left foot down on the mat with your left hand reaching for your right foot, pulling that right foot into your left hip crease as you extend the left leg long. Press that right knee down towards the mat for a half shoelace. Left toes are engaged now, pointing up towards your knee. Option here to take a double bind by bending that left knee, bringing the left heel across the body towards your right glute, reaching with your right hand for that left foot and pressing both knees down towards the mat. Getting a gentle stretch through the quads, opening up that right hip as you press the right knee down towards the mat. Again, reminder here to keep those shoulder blades tucked up and underneath, pressing down away from your ears. That gentle tuck of the chin to elongate your neck. Your next inhale, release the grip on your feet. Coming back up into that figure four position. As you exhale, send that right heel high. Slowly lowering down your right foot onto the mat. Inhale, shifting gears here to the left side. Bring that left knee into the chest and give it a squeeze. As you exhale, extend that left heel high. Point those left toes back down towards your knee, towards the earth. Your inhale, interlace the fingers behind your left knee or hamstring. As you exhale, taking a gentle pull to deepen the stretch. Inhale, slowly bring that left ankle atop your right knee. As you exhale, press the left knee away from your body. Inhale, thread the needle through, reaching behind that right knee as you pull the right knee in towards your chest. Press the left knee away at the same time. Both toes are pointed up towards your knee. Sacrum and low back are nice and flat as you pin your belly button through your abdominals. Gentle rock side to side here. Your next breath in, slowly lower down that right foot. Your right hand, reach for the left foot, pulling that left heel towards your right hip crease. As you exhale, extend the right leg long, lowering that left knee down towards the mat. Option here to take a bend in that right knee, reaching for your right foot with your left hand, pulling it close into that left glute as you press both knees down towards the mat. Your next inhale, slowly release the grip on your feet, coming back to that figure four position. As you exhale, send that left heel high and slowly place it down onto the mat. Inhale, bring both knees into the chest and cross the ankles over each other. Gently rock forward and backwards along the spine, eventually making your way up to a tabletop position. Taking a slight variation with our tabletop today, so fingertips are nice and wide. about shoulder width distance apart, but knees are gonna come into touch, toes, big toes come to touch as well. With your inhale, slowly lowering down the belly button, shining your heart forward, take a curl in the hamstrings and bring the heels towards your butt. As you exhale, pressing down, creating that dome with your spine, drop your forehead, lower the tops of the feet down for your cat. Inhale, shine the heart forward, curling the hamstrings, just trying to wake them up just a little bit. As you exhale, lowering your forehead down, arch the back, press down through all 10 fingers for your cat. Inhale up for your cow, curl the hamstrings. Exhale, press through for your cat. 2 more rounds of your cat-cow here. Match your breath to movement. Inhale for the cow. Exhale, press through for your cat. Last time through. Exhale, send the mat away. Returning to a neutral spine, knees go shoulder width distance apart. Starting with the right hip, we're gonna start to circle it out. So with your inhale, send that right knee out to your side. As you internally rotate, raising the heel high, kick that right heel up towards the sky. Exhale, sweep it through towards your nose. Inhale, right knee goes out wide. Internally rotate that hip. Send the right heel high as you exhale it through. Last circle in this direction. Inhale that right knee out wide. Internally rotate the hip. Send that right heel high as you sweep it through on your exhale. Changing direction here. So inhale, that right heel goes high. Externally rotate the hip this time as you sweep the right knee around with your exhale. 2 more circles in this direction. Right heel goes high with the inhale. Externally rotate and sweep the knee around. Last time through. And rest that right knee down on the mat. Your next inhale, elongate that right leg, stepping those right toes back just to the back edge of the mat as you slowly rock forward and backwards. Starting to get some motion through the ankle. Shifting your weight forward and back. You might hear some creaks and pops. Just starting to wake things up, get some fluidity in your joints. With your next breath in, we're gonna tick-tock that left heel out, left toes out as a kickstand. As you exhale, pressing through that left palm, shining your heart out to the right, reaching your right fingertips high. Your next inhale, reach the right arm up overhead. Right fingertips are pressing towards the top of the mat as you plant firmly through your right heel. Right toes are perpendicular to the mat, pointing out to the right side. Your next inhale, sweep that right arm around. Plant it down on the mat. Tick-tock that left foot back into center. Slowly lower down the right knee. Switching to the left leg, starting with the hip circles. Inhale, the left knee goes out wide. As you internally rotate the hip, kick that left heel high. Exhale, sweep it. Inhale, left knee goes out. Rotate in, left heel high. Sweep it through. Last time in this direction. Inhale that heel up high as you exhale, point the toes and sweep it through. Changing direction here. Inhale, left heel high. Exhale, sweep the knee around and back to center. 2 more circles, nice, slow, and controlled, matching your movement with your breath. Slowly lowering that left knee down. Inhale, extend the left leg long, plant the toes outside the back edge of the mat or just at the edge, depending on your position. Slowly start to rock yourself forward and back. With your next inhale, kickstand that right foot out to the outer edge of the mat. As you spiral open to the left, exhale, reach those left fingertips high. Dialing that left heel down towards the mat. Pressing the earth away with your right palm. Really stretch those left fingertips high. Inhale, left fingertips come up overhead, reaching for the top of the mat, opening up in between each rib on that left side. Stay here for a couple breaths, expanding with each exhale. Inhale, sweep the left fingertips high. As you exhale, return back to your tabletop position. Your next inhale, tuck the toes. Walk your hands out just a little bit. As you exhale, raise up for your high plank. Firing up the core, firing up your pelvic floor here, pressing the mat away with all 10 fingers, flattening those shoulder blades along your rib cage and pinning them down away from your ears. Staying engaged through the quads, taking a gentle lift in your kneecaps. Going to start with knee to opposite elbow. I'm going to only ask for 5 on each side, but make them nice, slow, and controlled. So with your inhale, shift your weight forward. As you exhale, right knee to left elbow. Inhale, step that right foot back. Exhale, switching sides, left knee to right elbow. Inhale, step it back. Right knee to left elbow. Starting to match your breath with your movement. Exhaling with each contraction. 2 more on each side. Last one here. As you open mouth, exhale, send your hips high for your first down dog of the day. Maybe take a couple open mouth exhales, release a little bit of heat. Your next inhale, shift your weight forward. As you exhale, come down low for your forearm plank. Keeping the same principles here, so core is active and engaged. Trying to keep a nice flat back. Your inhale, shift your weight forward, staying on the same side, this time right knee to right shoulder or elbow. Exhale, send it back. Inhale, left knee to left elbow or shoulder. Inhale, step back. As you exhale, crunch it down. 5 on each side. Two more. Last one on each side. Exhale, send the hips high. Downward facing dog. Maybe shake the head, yes and no. Release any tension in the neck and shoulders. You pedal out your dog. Start to deepen into this downward dog. Spiral those elbows in towards the midline as you press the earth away, sending your chest back towards your thighs. Inhale, slowly step your feet up behind your hands. As you exhale, release down, forward fold. Let the weight of your head carry you forward.
Opening up your lumbar spine. Again, a gentle bend in the knees will help bring your chest a little bit closer towards the tops of your thighs. Option to grab for opposite elbows here. And as you sway from side to side, letting go of any tension in your forehead or jaw. Your next inhale, take a nice flat back for a halfway lift. Exhale, release down forward. Inhale, plant through all four corners of your feet, root to rise, standing mountain pose. Inhale, reach those fingertips high. As you exhale, hinging at the hips, folding all the way down. Inhale, sit your hips back. As you exhale, arms come up overhead for chair pose. Inhale, your airplane arms. Fingers stretch back towards the mat. Exhale, arms come up overhead. Inhale for airplane arms. Palms are facing down towards the ground. Thumbs are out wide. Exhale, arms overhead. Don't lose that seat. Really sit back into the heels. Peel the toes off the mat. One last time through. Inhale, airplane arms. Exhale, arms overhead. Inhale, hands to heart center. As you exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, plant your hands, step your feet back for your high plank. As you exhale, lowering down, slow and controlled, halfway. Inhale, untuck the toes, shine your heart forward, keep those thighs off the mat and engaged. As you exhale, send the hips high for downward facing dog. Your next breath in, slowly walk your feet up towards the top of your mat. As you exhale, release and fold forward. Inhale for a halfway lift. Nice flat back. Exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, root to rise, planting through all four corners to reach for the sky. Inhale, tall spine. Exhale, hinging at the hips, coming all the way down. Inhale, sitting back into your chair. As you exhale, arms come up overhead. Your next breath in, hands come to heart center. As you exhale, twisting to the left, so bring that right elbow to the outer edge of the left knee. Pressing your hands together, right at your sternum, deepening the twist. Try and keep that right knee tucked back, that right hip tucked back. Knees stay level, sitting into the heels. Inhale, release, and come back to center. As you exhale, twist to the right. Reconnect with your breath. Your next inhale, shifting back to center. Exhale, release, and fold forward. Your next breath in, plant the hands and step your feet back. As you exhale, lowering down halfway. Inhale for upward facing. Keep those knees off the mat, pressing down through the tops of the feet. Shoulders tucked down and away from your ears. Exhale, send the hips high. Downward facing dog. Your next inhale, slowly walk, hop, skip, or jump to the top of your mat. As you exhale, fold it forward. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, releasing down. Inhale, root to rise, coming all the way up to a standing mountain pose. As you exhale, hinge at the hips and fold forward. Inhale, sit those hips back. As you exhale, arms come up overhead for your chair pose. Seeing if you can sink those hips down just a little bit deeper. Inhale, hands come to heart center. As you exhale, press through the left foot, bringing that right knee up with you for a single leg mountain pose. Finding that focal point, that Drisdy point out in front of you, helping with your balance. Staying engaged through that left glute. Try to keep your hips square. With your next inhale, hinge at the hips. As you exhale, send that right foot back. Slow and controlled, step back, arms overhead for a high crescent lunge. Really pressing that right hamstring towards the back of the mat. Straightening out that leg. Left knee should be above your left ankle. Sinking down low into this lunge. Your next inhale, reach your fingertips out in front of you. As you exhale, pulling the left fingertips back as if you had that imaginary bow. Twisting open to the left side body. Tuck that left knee in towards the midline of the body as you reach those left fingertips back. Don't lose the engagement in that right hamstring. Send that right hamstring back towards the back of the mat. Inhale, bring that left hand forward to meet the right. As you exhale, hands come to heart center. Inhale, shift your weight forward slightly. As you exhale, pressing through that left foot. Slow and controlled, step the right leg through high. Single leg mountain pose. Shift back a little bit here so I stay on screen. Staying on that left leg. Inhale, your arms come up overhead. As you exhale, send that right heel back as you reach your fingertips forward towards the top of the mat. Warrior 3. Try to keep your hips square to the mat. Try your best not to open up to your right side. Lost it there. Your next inhale, bring that left knee back through. Single leg mountain pose. Dropping your right hand open up to the outside of your right body. Take a bend in that right knee as you reach for the inner arch of your right foot. Tuck that right knee in to the left. With your inhale, left fingertips go high. As you exhale, kick through your right foot, pulling back with your right hand as you reach your fingertips forward for dancer pose. Focus goes out in front of you, finding that focal point to keep your balance. Losing it. And when you're ready, we'll come back to a standing mountain pose. Whew. Couple open mouth exhales here. One more. Your next inhale, arms come up overhead. As you exhale, hinge at the hips and fold all the way down. Inhale, plant your hands, step the feet back. As you exhale, lower down halfway. Elbows in nice and tight. Inhale, untuck the toes. Upward facing dog. As you exhale for downward facing. However you want with your next inhale, find your way to the top of the mat. As you exhale, release and fold forward. Inhale, coming up halfway for a nice flat back. As you exhale, lower down. Nice deep breath in as you come all the way up to standing. Exhale, fold. Your next inhale, sit your hips back. Exhale, last chair pose, I think, of the day. Inhale, hands come to heart center. As you exhale, press down through the right foot, this time bringing the left knee up to a 90-degree angle. With your next breath in, take a gentle hinge forward at the hips. As you slow and controlled with your exhale, step those left toes back. Arms come up overhead, sinking down into that high crescent lunge. Again, elongating that left leg. Both toes point towards the top of your mat. Shoulders pinned down and away from your ears. Right knee should be just above that right ankle. Inhale, reach those fingertips out in front of you. As you exhale, pull the bowstring with the right fingers, twisting open to your right side. Tuck that right knee in. Don't lose the engagement in the left leg either. Inhale, bring those right fingertips forward. As you exhale, hands come to heart center. Inhale, shift slightly forward. Exhale, step that left leg through. Single leg mountain pose. Inhale, arms overhead. As you exhale, reaching the fingertips forward, kicking that left heel back. Warrior three. Inhale, sweep that left knee forward. Single leg mountain pose. As you exhale, open the left palm up and out to the left side body. Take a bend in that left knee, reaching for that inner arch of your left foot. Inhale, right fingertips go high. As you exhale, kicking your foot into the left hand. Hinging your weight forward. Let's see if we can do this here. Reaching those right fingertips forward to counterbalance with the kick in your left foot. Try and keep that left knee tucked in. Hips are as square to the front of the mat as possible. Inhale, slowly release. Arms overhead with your exhale. Mountain pose. Inhale, reach the fingers high. As you exhale, folding all the way down. Inhale, plant your hands, step the feet back. As you exhale, slow and controlled, lowering down all the way to your stomach. Take a moment here if you need a sip of water. Release any of that heat that's built up. Shake the legs out. Let them know it's okay. Resting your forehead softly on the mat, tucking your elbows in nice and tight, resting the palms of your hands just on either side of your ribs. Untuck the toes so the tops of the feet rest softly on the earth. Your next inhale, pressing down through the tops of your feet, raising the quads and the kneecaps off the mat. As you exhale, gently lift your forehead, looking your gaze up and over that top edge of the mat. Squeeze the elbows in towards each other, pressing the shoulders down and away from your ears. Low cobra pose. Slowly release the forehead back down towards the mat. Extend the fingertips long towards the feet. Softening the quads, letting them rest on the earth. With your next inhale, interlace your fingers behind your back. As you exhale, press down through the tops of the feet, activating the quads, raising them off the mat. Press that fist down towards your butt, raising your chest up off the earth. Resting softly on your belly here as you inhale and exhale. One more breath in. As you exhale, slowly lower yourself down. When you're ready, make your way onto your back. With your next inhale, reach your arms up overhead.
interlace the fingers, flipping your palms up towards the top of the mat as you press the toes away for a good morning, good afternoon stretch. Keeping those fingers interlaced, step the left foot to the outer bottom left corner of the mat. As you exhale, step the right heel up and over your left ankle, reaching your fingers towards the top left corner of the mat for a half moon shape. Expanding the right side body here. Feel that through your arms, your armpit, your lats, maybe even your QL and low back a little bit. Your next breath, release the bind in your feet, coming back to center. Inhale, step that right foot to the bottom right corner of the mat. As you exhale, left heel comes up and over the right ankle. Fingertips reach for the top right corner of your mat. Half moon on the opposite side. Your next inhale, release the bind in your fingers and your ankles. Arms come down to your sides, resting your palms softly on your chest. Your next inhale, bring both knees into your chest, keeping a nice flat back as you gently rock side to side. Start to circle the knees one direction, and then change the direction. Point both sets of toes up towards your knees as you inhale, reaching your elbows around your kneecaps, reaching for opposite elbows. As you exhale, pull the knees in nice and tight, arching your head forward, trying to touch your forehead to your knees, creating a ball, squeezing here, holding like a total body contraction for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open mouth, exhale. Legs go long. Hands go wide. Falling into a place of stillness. Your rest position. Your shavasana. Let your palms face up if you need to receive energy from the universe around you. Palms down if you need to close yourself off. Allowing your breath to return to normal. Allowing your mind and your body to be still. And only if you're ready, start to bring your focus back into your body, along with some gentle movements. Start small and let those movements grow. Eventually making your way into a comfortable seated position, whatever way that speaks to you. Coming back to our theme for the day for class and life beyond the mat, our dance with life, challenging ourselves to do something to change your energy. Allow yourself to get unstuck by doing something that shifts your vibration. Put on some music, dance unrestrained, and fall into the frequency of life. For those of you that dancing just isn't your thing, then simply do something outside your norm to shift your energy. It's time for all of us to shift things up, find a way to dance along with the beat of life. Thank all of you for your time. Appreciate the energy. Namaste.